My name is Taylor, and I'm one of the Odyssey Movement Yoga Teacher Training graduates. I graduated in November in 2019, and now I teach yoga online on YouTube, and my yoga focus is all on body positivity and body love. So this whole class today is themed around body love and really just feeling into how you feel in the moment and never striving to push yourself too hard and into the poses, because the poses, the asanas of yoga is just one part of yoga. It's not the whole thing. And pushing yourself can also cause some dangers, maybe some injuries. So it's really important just to feel into how you are today, and you can follow along with me, and if you like what I'm doing, stick with it. If you don't, just do your own thing. I'm going to give you lots of space to do that. So you need nothing other than yourself and your mat, maybe 2 blocks if you have some, if you like to practice with those, but it's up to you. So we'll begin today laying on our backs, reclined butterfly. So bring the soles of your feet together, get cozy on your back, and the closer you bring your feet to your groin, the deeper the stretch is going to be in your inner thighs. The farther away you allow your feet to go, the less intense the stretch is going to be. So choose what works for you today. And just allow your arms to lay long away from your body. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. And a nice big sigh out. Do that 2 more times, as audible as you need your sighs to be. Deep inhale. And exhale through your mouth. Last time, just like that. Allow your breath to return to its normal pace. Not trying to control it or do anything to it. As you come to the present moment and allow yourself to fully sink into the mat. To allow any tension to go. To give your body this moment, these 30 minutes of peace and relaxation. You have the option to keep your arms here, or you can bring your right hand over your heart and your left onto your tummy. Just taking a moment to connect even more with your breath, to notice how your body moves and feels with each inhale and exhale. Maybe you even feel your heartbeat, and if you don't, that's okay too. Not everyone does. And take this time here to set an intention for your class. Perhaps it's to give a certain part of your body a little bit more love or a little bit more attention. Perhaps it's just to move with love, with grace. And once you have that intention, gently reach for the outside of your thighs and guide your knees back together, keeping your eyes closed, and then draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, maybe rocking from side to side or doing some small circles with your knees, whatever feels good on your lower back. Just take a second to notice, not necessarily listening and doing what I'm saying, but noticing what your body's craving. Come to stillness and allow your left arm to reach out long from your shoulder. And take your left hand or your right hand on the outside of your left thigh and gently guide your knees towards the right, allowing your gaze to fall towards the left into a simple twist, keeping your left shoulder grounded onto the mat. For a more intense stretch, bring your knees towards your body, and to ease up, allow them to fall a little bit more away. And just notice if you're pulling yourself into this position or if you're allowing your body to just fall naturally. On your next inhale, extend your right arm out long. Bring your head back to center and use your abs with slight engagement to bring your knees back to center, and then allow them to fall over to the left. Your gaze gently looking over to the right if that feels good on your neck. Notice how different this side of your body feels. Is it tighter? Where do you feel that tightness? And once you notice where you feel it, can you breathe into that area? Extend your left arm out long. Inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself one more big hug. And then gently place your hands just behind the back of your thighs and roll yourself back and forth, giving yourself a nice little back massage until you come all the way up, rolling over your knees and onto all fours, walking yourself back to about the middle of your mat. We're going to do a variation of cat-cow today that gives you a little bit of space to explore. So personally, I like to walk my hands just a little bit farther forward. You can play with that as well. And then tuck your toes under. As you inhale, drop your belly and allow your sit bones to rock back towards your heels as you're pulling your chest forward. Exhale, curl your spine in the opposite direction as you drop your head and you roll forward, bringing your shoulders to come over, maybe just slightly over your wrists. Inhale, allow your hips to sink back. Exhale, roll forward. Just play with that and see if that feels good to you. Notice where your hands are. Maybe it feels like you're a little bit too far or too close. And if this doesn't feel good for you, traditional cat-cow or whatever variation you like is always available to you. Remembering that this is your practice, it never matters what I or the teacher says. If it doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't feel good. And on your next inhale, allow your knees to come off the mat and push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to come to stillness. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. You have a micro bend in your knees and your elbows. Your head is heavy and your fingers are spread wide. Noticing if you're allowing your body to fully lengthen into your spine by shooting your sit bones high towards the sky. And pulling your belly button in so that your core is strong and your spine is still supported. Take a deep inhale here. Big exhale out through the mouth to settle. Now notice if you need any movement with your body. And take that. Maybe that's small back rolls. Maybe it's walking your dog out. Do what feels right for your body in this moment, not necessarily what you normally do with every practice. Inhale, reach your right foot high and back into a three-legged dog. Then allow your heel to fall towards your bum and then open your hips, keeping your shoulders square. Option to look out over your left shoulder to see if you can see your right toes. Deep inhale here. Exhale, extend your leg straight once again, square your hips. Then bring your knee towards the outside of your right elbow. Place your right foot outside of your left hand and allow your left knee to come down to the mat into lizard. We're getting straight into the hips today. Notice here if your body wants to stand tall or if you want your palms on the ground. Just take a moment here to breathe, notice. Maybe you want some movement here with your spine. Maybe some rocking back and forth with your hips. Just take 2 deep breaths here just to notice. Take a deep inhale and shine your chest forward. Exhale, keeping your hands where they are, or option to take them 1 step back. Bring your hips back and flex your right front foot to this variation. It's a little bit more open for half splits. Inhale, walking hands forward or keeping them where they are. Shine your chest. Exhale, rocking your hips back into half splits. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Moving with your breath at your own pace. Last time to shine your chest forward. And just notice how good that right hip feels now. This time, inhale, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, pull it back into a cactus arm, opening your chest up. Deep inhale here. Exhale, reach your right hand back as far as you can, as far as feels good in this moment. Inhale, bring your hand all the way back forward, reaching forward once again. Exhale, opening back up into that cactus arm, and then allowing your arm to extend. Breaking down each movement, noticing where you're feeling tightness. If you're feeling tightness somewhere, feel free to stay there. Last reach forward. Exhale, pull it all the way back. Noticing your chest open a little bit farther every time. Inhale, both hands on the mat, making sure your left back toes are tucked. Reach your hips up and back into pyramid. Your left back heel is off the ground. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold a little deeper. Really breathe into where you're feeling it most here. This can be quite intense. If it is, that's okay. You can always back out if this doesn't feel good for you. Last inhale. Bend into your right knee and then spring off of your left back foot so that you can come up to the top of your mat. Your feet can be turned out, they can be parallel, as whatever feels good for you as you drop your hips into Malasana, Yogi squat. Bring your hands into prayer position. Inhale to lengthen your spine as you feel the crown of your head grow tall towards the ceiling and your sit bones grow towards the mat. Notice how one hip may feel a lot more open than the other. Deep inhale. Exhale, spike through your heels as you lift yourself all the way up. Arms extend, palms still together towards the sky. And then gently, slowly sink back into Malasana. Inhale to extend once more, standing tall. Then bring your feet hip width apart, parallel. Hands come to your lower back like you're preparing for camel. Inhale. Allow your spine to grow tall. Exhale. Bend back like you're doing camel, but standing. Draw your elbows closer together. Push your hips forward. This will allow you to gain more room to bend back. Deep inhale in to come back up. And allow your arms to fall by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips come to shins. Exhale, forward fold and step, or get back into downward dog as ever feels good to you. Maybe you need a few breaths of stillness. Maybe you need to flow through a chaturanga. However your body, or whatever your body's craving today, do that. Deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale. Allow your left leg to come back up and high, three-legged dog. Exhale, heel towards your bum and open your hip, keeping your shoulders square. Option to look over your right shoulder at your left toes. Inhale, straighten your leg, square your hips. Exhale, bring your knee towards your left elbow and place your left foot on the outside of your left hand, dropping your right back knee. Take 2 breaths here to just notice how you feel. You don't have to be doing a perfect yogi pose. Just do what you think would feel good if you've never done yoga before. Come back to a beginner's mind and notice. Inhale, shine your chest forward. Exhale, option to walk your hands or keep them where they are as you flex your left foot and bring your hips back. Inhale to shine your chest. Exhale to pull your hips back. 2 more just like that. Moving with your breath. Last time, bring your hands back beside your feet, your foot. Inhale, reach your left hand forward. Exhale, open up to cactus arms. Take a breath here. Exhale, allow your arm to grow long. Inhale as you bring your arm back forward. Exhale to open up. Noticing if the movement feels different with each breath. Noticing yourself grow more open each time. Stillness has its place, but so does movement. Hold long for 1 more breath. Inhale, bring your left hand down towards the mat, making sure your right toes are tucked. Both feet are pointed forward as you lift your hips up and back, right heel off the ground into pyramid. Inhale to grow your spine long. Exhale to fold forward if your body allows for it. Making sure you're feeling your left hip move back and your right forward. That can often feel more intense than the back of your left leg. Breathe into it. Bend slightly into your left front knee. Push off with your right toes to come back into Malasana. It's okay to wiggle into poses. It's okay if you don't get there on the first breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine, growing tall once again, and seeing how both the hips feel now. Inhale to spike through your heels as you grow tall. Exhale, slowly allow yourself to glide back down. Inhale, feel your power as you grow tall. Exhale, feet parallel, hands come to your lower back as you inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, seeing if your arch is a little bit deeper this time. Not forcing it, just noticing. Remembering to push your hips forward, pulling your chest towards the sky. Deep inhale. Exhale, allow yourself to come back up to standing. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center as you bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, and go back into downward dog, however feels good for you. Take a a moment to notice how your breath feels. Are you sweating? Are you thinking, this is too slow, hurry up? Notice your thoughts. Notice if slowness or stillness bothers you. Perhaps that means you need to do it more often. Deep inhale here. And exhale through your mouth. Coming down onto your knees, swinging your legs out to one side, and then extending your legs long, facing the long side of your mat. Flexing your feet here, noticing if you're forcing your legs open as wide as they can go and seeing how far you can get, or if you're actually noticing what your body needs to feel today. If it looks like a mini slice of pie, that's cool. If it's super open and you're flexible, that's also wonderful. But the aim here is not to be a show off or to push yourself as deep as you can, but just to feel into your legs. Notice what your body needs. So inhale, grow your spine long, reaching the crown of your head towards the sky, and exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. Just about a third of the way, as feels good. Keeping your feet engaged by having them flexed, pointing your toes towards the ceiling. Inhale here to lengthen your spine, and exhale to settle. Not judging yourself, not wanting to rush. Inhale, walk yourself a little bit farther, about 2/3 of the way that feels good for you. And just breathe. Noticing how the sensations change. Maybe closing your eyes. This brings you more into your body, less out of your head. Inhale, last time to lengthen. Exhale, allow yourself to fully fold into the pose as deep as you can go without needing to back off. But if you do need to back off because you realize you've gone too far, that's cool too. So perhaps you've landed on your forearms and your elbows. Maybe you're completely flat against the ground. Do your best to get cozy in this pose, though I know that's not always possible in this one. Just making sure your spine is long, you're growing tall with each breath. And with each exhale, maybe you can fold a little bit deeper. Last breath, deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back up ever so slowly. And then swing your legs so that they come to the front of your mat. Bend your knees and hold the back of your thighs and curl your spine as slow as you can, allowing each vertebrae to come to the mat one by one. This is your mini core workout for this class. Not judging yourself if you give out faster than you wanted to. And then bring your knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side, maybe doing small circles, whatever works for you. Then come to stillness. Allow your knees to fall to either side of your tummy and allow your feet to point up towards the sky, the soles of your feet. And reach for the outsides of your feet into happy baby. Here are you pulling down hard on your feet, trying to get your hips and your hamstrings to open more. Maybe today you try backing off and you hold just the backs of your thighs and see how that feels. Maybe the insides of your feet. There's no harm in trying something new. And maybe here you want stillness, or you want to rock. Wherever you are, come to stillness. Inhale, extend your right foot. If your leg can straighten, wonderful. If it can't, also wonderful. Deep inhale. Exhale to bend your right knee. Inhale to stretch your left leg long. And allow it to bend. Deep inhale. Stretch both legs. We've worked a lot on our hamstrings in this class, so perhaps if this isn't usually available to you, it is now. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Hug your knees into your chest one last time, bringing your forehead towards your knees. Deep inhale. Exhale to fully expand, taking up as much room as you want, allowing your arms to come out far from your sides, your feet to the edges or farther off your mat, and making sure that your lower back here is comfy cozy. Adjust as need be. Slightly pull your shoulder blades under your back so your chest is open, and allow yourself to just melt into the mat. Notice what thoughts are going through your head. Maybe you feel that you didn't get enough of a workout, but maybe you still did. Maybe it was more of a workout for your mind today, a reminder to slow down, to notice things than it was to just move. Feel your face muscles relax in your forehead and around your eyes, your lips slightly part. Allow your chest and your upper back to soften into the mat. Allow your shoulders to release. Your belly to soften. Your hips and glutes to let go. Allow your thighs to be at ease. Your knees to just be. Your calves and shins are completely relaxed, and your toes and fingers are completely at ease. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, sending sparks of energy throughout your body as you wake yourself up from that mini Savasana. Roll your head from side to side. And then bring your legs together, your arms reach over your head. Deep inhale for the biggest stretch you've taken yet today. Exhale, let it go. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. And roll to either side into fetal position. Using your arm as a pillow. And just taking one breath here. Keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands into prayer at your heart center. Bow your head so that your fingertips meet your third eye. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Bring your head back up, your prayer hands towards your third eye. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Together, we bow forward and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, lovelies. It was an honor to share your energy with you. And I hope you feel really great and really relaxed after this class. You can find more of me and more of my classes on Instagram and YouTube at Taylor's Tracks for both, and I hope to see you around. If you love this class, feel free to send me a message and chat, and I will see you hopefully soon. Have a good one.